What if the silence you are experiencing isn't punishment, but preparation? Let's talk about the hidden reason uses to build champion. Welcome to everyone just joining. I'm so grateful you are here today. It's been a very long week, inspiring but long. And if you've been feeling stuck, tired, or hating, this conversation is for you. Today, I'm not just teaching; I'm walking through this too. We are going deep into how to persevere when it feels like the seeds you are planting aren't breaking through the soil yet. Right? We all been there. Quick, quick housekeeping. Stay to the end because I'm going to pray a special prayer over everyone who feels they are in their silent season, like me. See, I've been through seasons of hardship. I'm going through a season where I call it uh, season of gathering testimony, and I'm tired. Right, my time, my heart, my effort. It seems like nothing is really getting me to the next level. And I questioned God before. I'm questioning God now. Like, where are you? But I know back then, God wasn't punishing me. He was preparing me. Like I trying to believe, like, the Bible talk about, I believe, have my own belief. I believe what I'm going through is going to prepare me for what I am going to become at the next level. Right. The problem is it gets amazingly, amazingly tired when you're in the valley and you're going through hell, right? And you feel like nothing is working. Then I keep telling people and praying to God, like, I think I got enough testimony. When am I going to testify? Right. But then again, see, the Bible have an amazing way of teaching us, right? It have an amazing way of getting us where we need to get to next. Uh, we know, like in the Bible, in Ecclesiastes 3:1, to everything there is a season. And in James 1:2-4, count it all joy when you meet trials, for the testing of your faith produces perseverance. Growth doesn't always look like movement. Sometimes it looks like fruity. That's the whole concept of all works. Right? I got this concept from Myron Golden, right? He talked about all works. It's either working in you or it's working for you. Now, for the longest time, I feel like I have been a lot of things I've gone through has been working in me and not for me, right? The struggle, the obstacles my family endure, a lot of it in private. Some people are lucky enough to get a glimpse, a little glimpse of what it is going on. And a lot of time, what people see from the outside, they see a finished product in me. Look, you got this, you got that, you got this, your family's doing this, you got, and all of it is like, no, I'm still in the ground. I'm still being rooted. I'm looking for the next level, and I believe it will come. My unbelief is the patience and the perseverance to endure while getting there. That is the hard part. And that is the part where I need the most help. And if you feel anything like I feel right now, let me know in the comment, in the chat. Okay. But I like to say this is like the silent season, right? It's a season where everything I worked for, everything you have worked for might be at stake. Your reputation, your job, your family, everything is at stake. But I want to help you guys because this is also for me and this is what's helping me. I want to talk about the three truths about the silent season. Okay. God is building roots in Isaiah 37:31. Once more, a remnant of the kingdom of Judah will take root below and bear fruit above. That's that, talk about it on same growth. Roots grow underneath before tree ever blossom, right? We know that. It take time, months, sometimes even years for a tree to blossom, right? We know anything that goes up has to start by going down. For a tree, for you to get a tree, you first have to plant a seed. And that seed do not break ground unless the root is first formed downwards. So everything we have, everything we plant has to go down to go up. So it needs to go into darkness to go to light. And it sounds great, it's easy, but me and you both know that is very, very hard to endure. Especially if you have family, you have responsibility, you have expectation, the bills are knocking. It's hard. Okay, it's really hard. But I want you to take courage because I am helping my unbelief as we speak. Character is being refined. I know I'm being refined. See, in Romans 5, right, chapter 5, verse 3 to 4, suffering produces perseverance, perseverance, character, and character, hope. And hope does not disappoint. I know this. I know sometimes it's hard to know things, but to endure is another thing. God isn't delaying your breakthrough. He's not delaying my breakthrough. He is developing your character and my character for the next level, right? And that is the hard part. But that's what's happening to you. That's what's happening to me. We have to be obedience. Obedience over outcome. In Luke 16:10, whoever can be trusted with very little can also be trusted with much. Success in the kingdom, success in the kingdom isn't about how big you look. It is about how obedient you are when no one is looking. And let's be honest, many of us, we are not doing very well in this sport. I have failed in many aspects of the little thing that I'm trusted with. And subconscious, like, no, it is holding me back. It is keeping me in the soil, rooted, still being refined. If we can focus on the process, focus on the little trust we have given, it will pay off. I'll be honest with you guys. I literally almost quit everything. I quit at least every day. Every day I'm quitting. The family, the job, everything. All my plan, my social media, my counseling. I quit every day. There are there were nights I questioned if my prayers even being reached heavens. There are days I wonder if the sacrifices I made and I'm making is even worth it. Like I'm literally asking, is it time now? Is it time yet for me to start testifying and not gathering testimony? Right? Because it feels like sometimes for every step I take forward, I take two steps backwards. I fail despite the effort I put in. It's like I'm working harder, but I'm failing even harder, it feels like. Right? But there is hope, right? Because sometimes when I am not in my funk, when I'm not in my depression, when I'm not in my anxiety, I can look back and I can see that God was writing a testimony through me. And it has not been something that's done overnight, it's been something that's done over time. My story is a testimony of God's grace. So, as much as I am a mental health therapist, I want to counsel people, I want to empower people. The biggest gift I have been ever given is my testimony. It uplifts, empower, it encourages people, but it is a hell of a life. And now you guys know a little bit about my struggles, a little bit of what is in my head as a therapist, what I have to endure, what I have to overcome. Preparation always looks like silence before it looks like victory. And I tend to forget this all the time because when I want to live in the struggle, the bills keep knocking, the banks keep coming, the pantry is empty, food is scarce. I am not able to support the people that needs me the most, and that hurts. Somebody like me is deeply, deeply connected to my ability to provide that kind of service and worth to people. I pride myself on being accountable. I pride myself on being dependable. I pride myself on being kind and giving. But when I have nothing, when I'm in the red and I can't even break even, and I am being rejected from jobs over job, or I go to a job and I feel used and abused, and I have to start all over again, that is tiring and it's hard to do. And I have to constantly on the daily, sometimes hourly, try to remember this idea that always preparation always looks like silence before it looks like victory. And I want you guys to know that you are not alone. Okay. This is something I endure. This is something I struggle with. And sometimes looking back actually make me feel worse, right? When I look at my past victory, when I look at my past success, and I look at my current situation, that seems like I just took a massive, massive leap backwards. I feel even worse. I feel like I just abused the gift. I misused and I mismanaged the gift God has given me. I put my family in unnecessary danger, I put my family in necessary struggle, put myself in necessary struggle. And time again, I have to remind myself that time and season belongs to God, that I am simply here to magnify what He is. I love to talk about mental health. I love to talk about what I've been through and how I can build people, how I can support people, how I'm a great mental health counselor. But the reality, all of that can be taken away today. My license can be revoked. Anything can be taken away. And the only thing I will have left will be my faith in God and my family. And I have to be very, very much cognizant that even though mental health is what I do, I have to be very careful that me being a licensed master social worker and counseling people in Texas is not who I am. That's not where my identity is rooted. My identity has to be rooted in something larger than me, something that the world cannot touch. And that's my faith. That is my faith. You know, I had the opportunity, excuse me, I had the opportunity this past week, right, to go to master class, like a live, right, content to cash flow live. Uh, Dr. Myron Golden actually put this on in Dallas. I took the last penny I had left. My wife took the last money she was planning to use for our dinner day for our anniversary. That's coming up in a few days. Okay, to pull me for that class because I needed the encouragement. I needed to be surrounded by people that would empower me, that would motivate me, that would, because you are. You become where what you surround yourself with. So the environment you know is important to me. 2 days of an amazing experience. I get the chance to watch Adley Clint and Kingsman from Viral blew up, talk about ways to go viral using a billion view formula. Okay, I get to listen to Brandon King talk about his method, finding a format to go viral, understanding, looking at the scientific aspect of virality, to using and the thing about everybody like, well, so you're trying to be a social media content creator, trying to be an influencer. I'm already an influencer. You are already an influencer. We influence the people in our lives. We influence people in our job, in our church, everything. I'm just trying to amplify what I'm already doing. All right. I've been posting. We all use social media. So why don't I use it the right way? And I tell you right now, I've been using it wrong. I've been posting and half the time people are scrolling. I get no views, I get no traction. I'm putting gems, some real good stuff, right? I'm like, oh, this is good, this is good, this is powerful. And then I look back based on what I've been learning. I look back, I'm like, wow, no wonder why nobody watching. I can't keep your attention. There is no hope. There is no reason for you to stay behind, for you to stay long enough to watch. There are thousands of other people posting video, millions of people, right? But this is the work that's necessary. I'm in the valley right now. And I believe my only job is to continue to pray, trust the process, and pray for my unbelief. Because I believe there is the next level that's coming. How long I have to endure, I do not know. And of course, that's the frustrating part. That's the part that hurts because the bills are not stopping. Finding a new job, getting hired, starting to work to get paid. I'm dependent now on complete strangers. That's my effort. It's not working. I'm trying. It's not working. But again, it's not working for me right now, but it is working in me. And I am dead intent on learning the lessons that I'm supposed to be learning, the tools and the gifts and the process that I'm going through to make sure I am ready for the next phase. Right? And that's hard. That is very, very hard. Because when I can be of service and I can help uh, people that I normally support for missionary work, because I can come over extra $100 to give them on a monthly basis when I don't even know how I'm gonna pay for the dinner and the things I want to do for our anniversary. My wife and I redeemed. We're gonna be 12 years. 12 years. That means we have spent the majority of our 20s and now half of my 30s with this woman. Okay, we have endured Afghanistan. We have endured training. We have endured enough physical pain that I endured during the war, separation, fights, betrayal, anger, lies. You name it, we have endured it. We have, but we have kept our faithfulness to each other. We have kept our faithfulness to our objective, our goals to be a united family, to prioritize she and I, to prioritize our family, okay, to endure the suck. Okay. And I want you guys to, to look at my example, look at what I'm talking about, and apply it to yourself. See what you have overcome. Okay. See what you have overcome. See how you can use those valley, the times you spend in the valley, because we both know the work you do between in the valley is what allows you to stay on top when you get to the mountain. And all I'm trying to do, and I hope it's something you can come along with me, is to get the strength to endure the works in the valley, to get your legs strong for you to start climbing that hill to get on top. because I know on top it's going to be beautiful. On top, I'm going to testify, and it's going to be a testimony that is going to point right back to the source. And one of the things I know and that I have to endure, I have to get better at, is not catastrophizing. I do it all the time, right? The war is always falling. Things are always going bad. Like one thing leads to another. I don't pay one car payment. Oh my Lord, they're gonna come and take the car away. Now I don't have nowhere to get to work. And now my family, can I get food? Okay. And we start to miss things. The one thing I've said to notice, we start to miss things of the world that have no impact on our place in the kingdom of God. Oh, my credit score is poor. I have to get an 800 credit score. Like as if that's gonna somehow make it better. I'm gonna be in a better position for the level I need to get to. And most of us, to be honest, we only want good credit score so we can get more credit, right? We want to buy more things for money we don't have. And I'm trying to make the money so I don't have the credit. So I don't have to go to the bank and beg and ask and be dependent on a credit score. That's what I'm trying to get to. I'm not trying to worry about credit score. I'm not trying to get a loan. I'm trying to use the system that's already in place. I'm trying to make sure I'm independent enough and I stand in my faith and I stand on my works. Again, credit score is another control mechanism, just like your job, just like going to the banking system, just like the TV. Messages that is down to keep you tethered to this world, but not to God. Because now you get people talking about, I got an 800 credit score, making it like that identity. And you got people being ashamed for having a poor credit score. The reality that most of us fluctuate. At one point, I had a 780 credit score, almost 800. I was like, oh, I'm almost there. I can get a $25,000 loan just like days, right? And now I am below 600. I don't even have a fair credit score. Now I know why. Most of you knows why. I haven't had a consistent job for over a year now. Starting all the way back in April 15 of ooh, 2024. So it's been over a year. Okay. Where between in the year I probably had a steady job for like 4 months. So it's been over a year and a half, maybe 4 to 6 months out of that year and a half that I had a full-time job. Like I was working. And but during that time, all I was doing was trying to get myself out of the hole. I haven't been able to break even over a year and a half, which means not only does my family are limited to what we can do, but my friends, the missionary I support, the pastor I support, and of course, most men, most married couple can attest to that. When you start to suffer, when you start to endure, the people around you endure with you. My pain, my struggle, my stress affects my wife, my kids. It affects my friends, my neighbors. Because when we are internalizing things, it's harder for us to see the external impact on people. We're lashing out, we have less patience for each other. You start to question every penny your wife spent, every penny your kids spent. Now you can buy the ice cream your kids want, you can buy the toy they want because you're trying to save a dollar. You're gonna save 1 cent when you already have negative balance in the other account. Okay. And that is really something, right? That's really something. It's insane. But one of the things I do well that I pray that I continue to do, I am able to lock in the support that I give to other people. I am okay and I'm happy. Sometimes I really love it that I can focus on helping somebody else. And I don't have to remember my problems. I don't have to remember my struggles. I can just focus on generating impact, supporting somebody. Right? That's why I love consulting because every time I have a client and I'm sitting with them, all my problems disappear. And the only thing I have is testimony. The only thing I have is relatability. I can bring up story of failure of success to relate to my client, to remind them that they are not alone. And I love that because I get empowered, right? I get reminded of the process that I'm going through. Like right now, as I'm on this live, I am being empowered. I'm my resilience, my endurance is being improved right now. Because by the time I finish this life, I'm gonna be up here when it comes to my motivation, when it comes to my faith, when it comes to my power, right? So instead of being all moody, instead of being all sad, instead of being all angry, I'm gonna start focusing on why the lesson when I start to and reminisce about what I'm talking about right now. When I start to like go back and analyze this life, I'm going and I rewatch it. I'm gonna realize I'm gonna be empowering myself. And it's gonna be beautiful because I know every time I do that, I get stronger. And one thing I also learned and from Myron Golden is which is counterproductive, and I'm still struggling with it. I have not quite figured this out yet. How I can process it academically, intellectually, and then apply it and simplify it for myself. Right? He talks about doing more, working harder on things that already is not working. I'm like, what? You mean I need to keep working harder on things that are not working? I need to keep posting when I'm getting no views, right? I need to keep looking for a job when I keep getting rejected. Working harder and longer and more focus on things that isn't working is the secret to success. Look, I'm still struggling with that. I'll be honest, I am still struggling with that. And it's wired, right? It's wired to think. Eh, If you guys don't know who Myron Golding is, I'm reading his book right now, Boss Move, right? Dr. Myron Golding, he is just an amazing, amazing person. The kind of gem and gifts he gives you when you listen to his stuff, when you listen to him. He had the kind of faith that I know came from the time he spent in the valley, right? Of course, he's rich, multi-millionaire, he's grossing millions and millions of dollars a year. And he talks about like people see him and they think he's an overnight success. He's like, yeah, he's an overnight success. It was just a 14 years night. Like winter is come like the winter that never ends. It took him 14 years to get to where he is right now. And most of us here, let's be honest, we have already more successful than he probably was if you look at the time when we started. And he had the level of confidence that I'm aspiring to have. The kind of faith where he just assumes everything. He just knows everything is going to work. And I know why, but maybe that's why I am where I am right now. It's because maybe I don't have enough testimony. And if I don't have enough testimony, sweet Jesus, help a brother out. Help me out, my people, because I feel like I got enough, but maybe I don't. And if I don't, I pray to God that He helps my own belief. Because I believe, I am determined. I don't quit, I don't give up, I keep moving, but boy, does it get tired. Now, I am doing a lot better this year than I normally do. For the last couple of years, actually, I'm doing better in the valley than I normally do. A few years ago, if I was going through what I'm going through right now and nothing was working, quitting, coming around, giving up, start speaking to me. I started hearing a lot of negativity. I started to internalize that. Now I just try to do something every day. Every day I try to read a book. Every day I try to push out some content. Every day I try to read some resources. Every day I try to apply, do what I have to. Do something positive. Every day this year, Monday through Friday, redeeming I wake up at 4:30 in the morning to go to the gym. Now, that's great. It's not perfect because, of course, I want the weight to come more faster. I want to be strong. I want to lose the weight better. I want to start looking smarter. But going to the gym is not all that is. Okay. When I am dealing with depression, anxiety, and stress at a level where we'll have will land most people in a psychiatric hospital like I used to work at, I'm doing amazing because I still wake up, and that's something I that is something I wasn't able to do until I make myself do. And I endure and I push through. One, when I left the military, I promised myself I would never wake up early in the morning to do nothing physical, like PT. Oh, I hated waking up early. Okay. But now that's what I do. And it put me in a position where now I am able to do it consistently. Monday through Friday, I am up in the morning, 4:30 to get to the gym at 5 o'clock. And even now it's the summer and the kids are out of school. That brings a whole new stress level that I will talk about later for parents. I still try to keep that schedule because it works. I get more done. I that means the first thing I do in the morning is for me. Something again that I do a very terrible job of. At is putting myself first. Self care has been a very hard thing for me because I when I focus on me, I feel like I'm not doing more for my family. I'm not doing enough. So the fact that I can wake up in the morning at 4:30, go to the gym, with a plan. Okay, with a plan. I I always have a plan in the gym. It's normally I tend to do increment of 12 weeks fitness plan. So I'm not just there. So we finished. Redeem and I already finished one of those. I think we're on our second or third one right now. We might be on our third one already. It's a 12-week program. Now we just finished week 10. Now I know we're going into week 11 and week 12. When that's done, I will find a new system. I will implement it and we start working on it again. Again, that level of discipline I didn't have when I was in the military. The military essentially made me do all the physical fitness. And I was a lot more fit in the army. Sometimes I was way fitter than I ever imagined. When I can train for a week and then run a half marathon, okay, and then turn around and do another workout and do another training again. Okay, when I can work, when I can go be in the field for a week and a half, okay, with everything I need for in the field, then the next morning and pull add additional 50 pounds, 60 pounds on my back and do a 60-mile road march after a week and a half of being in the field, and I endure and I completed the task. Okay, that's some real level of physical fitness. Now compared to now, where I have knees problem, back problem, shoulder problem, you know, I push, I resisted, and I fought so hard, and I lift, and I do things out of being egotisticalness or being egotistical that I got hurt to the point where I had a surgery that had me out for 2 years, 2 whole years. I will before to be fully recover in my shoulder. I had a front and back labor and repair before this and bicep reattachment that I can still feel to this day because I want to estimate how long it was really going to take. Okay, and now I'm here going through yet again another valley. This one has been a long one. Okay, it's been a very long one, and I am continuous to be empowered, to be encouraged, to be inspired, to sit my small prayers. See, I do a lot of small prayers, small gratitude, small praise. That's what I do. And like yesterday, for the last 2 months, 3 months, I've been trying to find these hookah things, right? Hookah light, right? These hookah thing. Because I'm not a big, I don't smoke and I don't really go out. These rechargeable hookah thing is what I use when I'm bored, right? And we've been trying to find this for months. We went to every place in our area, even in the deltas, to find it, and most of them didn't have it. And yesterday, after a workout, Redeem and I went to go get hair at the hair store for her to do the kids' hair, which she already done 2 out of 3. She's done an amazing job, and it looks so great. I'm so proud of her. But I've been in this town I live in for 5 years, and I've been in that place almost every single month in that little area where the hair store is. But yesterday, I just realized that it was a cigar shop. We went into the cigar shop. They have hookahs. They have all the other stuff you need, and they have these babies. They had enough of them there that I know I'm not gonna run out this month or this week. And I've been over the moon about this. I have been so excited. It's like that little thing changed my whole day. They changed the whole weekend already. Okay, that's my victory, and I have to give God thanks. Thank you, Lord. I finally have it. I found a store that have a lot of things that we use in my family. The little drawer, and I've been on top, and I saw because I was happy. I saw the joy in me there. She's happy for me, right? Now, and I've been thanking God ever since. I've been so excited. I've been so happy. I've been like motivated, and I want to give you the practical steps to persevere. Things that I'm working, things that I have done, and things that I am going to continue to do. So I'm going to give you guys 4 ways to thrive in the silent season that I am going through. And if you are going through, this will help. Okay. The first thing you need to do is stay rooted in the Word. I know, read the Bible. I had to dig out my Bible that I've got since probably 2007, 2006, maybe 2007. Uh, Shalene Miller, now she's been married for a while now, and she bought me that Bible, right? And somehow between the transition and life, I put it in the box and I put it in the storage. And I've been looking for it for so long, and I finally found it. It's been neglected for so long because, of course, you're reading the Bible on your phone, the Bible app. All right, I'm doing about new book for devotion, but at the end of the day, I wasn't being consistent. I'm not consistent in reading the Bible. Okay, I dug that puppy up. Okay, I neglected it for so long that now the peel is peeling, right? So every time I use it, there's like little black stuff on it, on the floor, on the bed, everywhere. But stay in the Word, and it don't stay rooted in the Word. It don't have to be you, but okay, find something. Listen to sermons. Listen to preachers. Okay, I do that. I watch a Myron Golden YouTube channel video at least once a day, twice a day, 3 times a day. As we speak right now, that's the only thing on my YouTube list. Him and Omar, the department for podcasting. Because I'm encouraged and I know he's going to be in the Word. Okay. The second part is worship without evidence. Now, this is going to be incredibly hard for me because I'm a visual person. Worship even without evidence. If this is hard for you, like it's hard for me, then I just encourage you just worship. Worship and admit that you may not have the belief that you should have. You may be doubting Thomas. Okay. That's why I continuously, daily, all the time, God, I believe, help my unbelief. And I want you guys to internalize that. Okay. Worship even without evidence. Praise God. Because it is impossible to be alive today and not have evidence. The fact that you woke up today is evidence that He is working. You can worship with that. The fact that my children are healthy and we are in the house that we have been in since 2020. My wife and I, we have been together since 2013, 12 years this month. That's enough for me to worship, right? And I already have evidence. Now, I will continue to worship without evidence of what is promised, my future level up, because I'm always trying to level up. Because I don't get keep. Whatever I know, I'm going to share. Whatever gift I have, I'm going to share. Okay? Pray without ceasing. Pray in every way you can. Come to God as you are. There are days when I'm angry and I go to God angry and I have nothing but questions. I have frustration. I have anger. I have disappointment. I have doubts and I'm just mad. Sometimes I go to God and I'm just mad. Okay. It happens weekly. I'm just mad. Like what is a one of the things I always pray and get I'm constantly communicating with God about this. Like what why is it so hard for me to continue to win? Why does it seem like he does not want me to succeed? And even though a lot of the things, the reason why I want to be successful is so I can testify and be there for other people. Why can't he make that happen? Why is that not part of the plan for today, for this week, for this month, for last year? That's what I struggle with. So prayer without ceasing. I will continue to try. I will continue to do. I will continue to work towards that. Okay. And finally, this is the most important part, and this is the part I think I think I'm doing better at more than better than ever before. Is serve faithfully where you are. Okay. Serve faithfully where you are. All works work. Okay. That's why I continue to post content. That's why I continue to read. That's why I continue to do lives and teach and encourage and empower. That's why I continue to read and counsel people and keep my calendar open and keep applying. Okay. David was anointed king, but went back to the sheep field. He went back to being a shepherd. Faithfulness is hidden in places. Faithfulness in hidden places precede elevation in public places. Damn, that's a good one. I like that one. I'm gonna write that one down. I love that. Before I forget it, just I will forget it. Faithfulness in hidden places precede elevation in public places. Ooh, I like that. I like that. That's beautiful, right? Imagine being David. You get told, oh, yeah, you've been chosen to be the king, the next king of Israel. Oh, the prophet just anointed you. Oh, now go back and go take care of the sheep. And how many years was David living with the anointing, but he had to go through the valley, the struggle that prepared him to be king. Okay. So those four things is what we are going to go and do. Yeah. That's what I'm going to encourage you guys to do. Okay. Four ways to thrive in the silent season. Stay rooted in the word. Worship even without evidence. Pray without ceasing. Serve faithfully where you are. Guys, just do what you know how to do. Do what you've been doing. Do what you're doing now. I'm going to keep making content, getting better. I'm going to keep doing my lives. I'm going to keep posting. I'm going to keep reading. And every chance I get for me to counsel somebody, I'm going to take it. Yeah, I'm going to take it. And I think you should too. Now, if you are here and you feel forgotten, right? I want you to know God sees you. I sees you. Even if you don't see it yourself, God sees you. We see you. We see the effort that you are doing. We see the work you are putting in. And I love it. Okay. Keep going. Keep trying. Keep pushing. All right. You will make it through. And if you doubt it, you have belief, but your unbelief is kicking your butt like your legs, pray. God, I believe, help my unbelief. Okay, guys, if you believe and you are working towards it and you agree with what I'm saying, go ahead and drop like the pray hands emoji in the comments in our text in the comment that let everybody knows, right? That you are going to keep trusting God, that you are going to trust God in the silent season. You are not behind. I'm not behind. You are right on time in His plan, and from my lips to the heaven, I am right on time in His plans. Okay. This has been a while. Okay, been a while since I publicly publicly been open about my faith. Been open. I just walk, but this is the first time I'm actually will be praying. Okay, so let me say a prayer for all of us to end this life, to end this conversation. Okay, Father, for every person weary in the weight, remind them that what's hidden is wisdom. Water their hearts with hope. Build them up in the valley so they can stand tall on the mountain. Teach us to trust the timing, even when it is hard. In Jesus' name, Amen. Remember, guys, you are not buried, you are planted. Growth is happening, even in the silence, guys. Always works. If you don't know that it's working for you, then the chances are it is working in you. And if it's working in you and you are needing help to endure, pray. Pray. Guys, if today life bless you, share this live with someone who needs encouragement. Come back next week. We are going deeper. That's not done yet. Okay. It sounds like we are all in the valley right now. And we're going to be in the valley until the timing and the season is right according to God divine providence for our lives. Okay, and I love it. I am so grateful for you guys here. I want you guys to be encouraged. I want you guys to be blessed. And I want you guys to know that I am here for each and every one of you guys. Okay. On any of my social media pages, you can click on the link and you can get a 10-minute free consultation, especially if you live in Texas, to see if you and I can work together for me to be your counselor, for me to work with you, to give you the tools for you to learn to heal and support others. I would love to do that. I do coaching for globally. I'm licensed only in the state of Texas for the company therapy, but to be your coach, to be your mentor, for you to join my Facebook community group that I'm building. More on that later. Okay. Click on the link on my Facebook page, on my Instagram, on my YouTube. It's there. You can literally type my name, Emmett Glassburner, in Google, and my Psychology Today profile will show my professional and mental health account will show up. You can book a free 10-minute consultation with me. Okay, guys, again, all works work. And my last supervisor, when I used to work as an insurance agent selling life insurance to businesses, uh, I saw a sign in her office that said, grow through what you go through. And you might as well, right? Because you're going to go through it anyway. You might as well find it. We can find the positive spin, right? For the military people, you all know we tell people to hunt the good stuff. Hunt the good stuff, guys. I will see you next week on the next live. But that will be more detail coming for me to pick a day and time that will be more consistent, and then you can be more aware of it. You can be more aware of it, and it will be more consistent. You will have more consistency for me. I love you guys. Stay blessed. If you need anything, please reach out to me. If I have it within my power, you can have it. Yeah, I will talk to you all later. As always, learn to heal and support others. Deuces, guys.